Hey, Cowboys Nation, this is Cowboys Wire News, your home for breaking news, smart analysis, rumors, and film room insights. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a snap. Let's talk America's team. The news has hit the Dallas Cowboys organization like a thunderclap, sending waves through the locker room and front office alike. Rumors have been swirling for weeks about internal tensions, whispers of disagreements and subtle power struggles bubbling beneath the polished surface of one of the most scrutinized franchises in football. Now, those murmurs have exploded into the public eye as word spreads that Matt Eberflus, the team's defensive coordinator and a longtime assistant who returned to the Cowboys in January, has been abruptly relieved of his duties. Jerry Jones, known for his fiery passion and hands-on approach to team management, is reportedly incensed, and insiders hint at a combination of frustration and disappointment that has reached a boiling point. The timing, so early in the season, only fuels speculation that this decision was not just strategic but deeply personal, tied to a set of internal dynamics that fans and analysts can only guess at. Conversations in the media are already buzzing with theories about what led to this unprecedented move, with sources close to the organization hinting at disagreements over defensive strategy, player management, and perhaps even behind-the-scenes disputes that have yet to surface publicly. Sources suggest that the tension in the Cowboys' headquarters had been quietly escalating, with Eberflus's approach to defense creating subtle fractures in the coaching staff. While publicly the team has maintained a full weight of unity, insiders describe a series of heated debates, strategic clashes, and conflicting visions for the future of the defense. Some speculate that Jerry Jones, always the meticulous overseer of his franchise, may have perceived a misalignment in philosophy or commitment, triggering a rapid reassessment of staff roles. Rumors swirl about meetings that stretch late into the night, whispered conversations in hallways, and a sense of growing unrest among key players who were caught in the crossfire of clashing ideas. Analysts are already dissecting tape and player behavior, trying to identify what could have prompted such a drastic move, while fan forums erupt with theories ranging from strategic betrayal to interpersonal drama. The intrigue is amplified by Eberflus's prior success with the team, raising questions about whether this departure is merely the result of a single incident or a culmination of tensions long in the making. The narrative emerging from this drama is layered, complex, and tantalizingly opaque. Jerry Jones, a figure as legendary for his business acumen as for his emotional intensity, reportedly had his patience tested repeatedly. Sources hint that Eberflus's methodology, while respected in coaching circles, may have clashed with Jones's vision for the team's identity. Insiders describe conversations marked by frustration, sharp exchanges in the corridors of power, and a sense of urgency that made the eventual firing inevitable. Meanwhile, players are said to be navigating a confusing emotional landscape, caught between loyalty to a respected defensive mind and the undeniable authority of the franchise owner. This kind of internal upheaval, particularly in a season still in its early stages, can have ripple effects far beyond the coaching staff. Rumors of additional staff reshuffles and potential player discontent are already gaining traction, feeding a narrative that the Cowboys are navigating not just a tactical recalibration, but a human drama with high stakes and potentially long-lasting consequences. Outside observers and media pundits are dissecting every detail of this unfolding story, trying to decipher the motivations and consequences behind such a high-profile termination. Some analysts emphasize the role of ego and personality clashes in modern sports management, highlighting that even highly qualified coaches can find themselves at odds with ownership when visions diverge. Others point to structural dynamics within the Cowboys organization, noting that Jerry Jones has historically maintained tight control over strategic decisions, sometimes to the detriment of staff cohesion. Rumors of secret meetings, leaked emails, and heated phone calls are circulating online, painting a portrait of an organization wrestling with both ambition and frustration. Social media, as always, is amplifying every morsel of information, with fans dissecting photos, quotes, and cryptic statements, seeking evidence that supports their own theories of what might have led to this dramatic shift. This atmosphere of speculation only intensifies the sense that the Cowboys' internal world is as captivating as the game itself, a narrative ripe with intrigue, tension, and the unpredictable influence of powerful personalities. Industry insiders suggest that Eberflus's departure may also have implications for broader coaching trends, signaling to assistants across the league that even established relationships and prior successes do not guarantee security in a high-pressure, high-visibility environment. The Cowboys, long known for their intense media scrutiny and passionate fan base, may now be navigating a delicate balance between maintaining team performance and managing the fallout from this abrupt decision. Coaches and executives in other franchises are reportedly watching closely, aware that internal conflicts of this magnitude can ripple through locker rooms, alter team culture, and affect on-field performance. Meanwhile, Jerry Jones's reputation for decisiveness is being scrutinized anew, with commentators debating whether his swift action signals leadership brilliance or reactive impulsivity. The story, with its mixture of strategy, personality, and rumor, underscores the human element behind professional sports, a reminder that behind every play call and roster decision lies a web of relationships, ambitions, and conflicting visions that can erupt into dramatic headlines. As the Cowboys brace for the immediate aftermath, speculation about potential replacements is heating up. Industry chatter suggests that multiple names are circulating as candidates to step into Eberflus's role, with each rumor adding a new layer of intrigue. Will the team opt for an internal promotion to preserve continuity, or will they pursue an external hire to signal a fresh start? Analysts are debating how this decision will impact defensive schemes, player morale, and the overall trajectory of the team's season. Meanwhile, social media platforms are ablaze with fan reactions, some sympathetic to Eberflus, others expressing unwavering support for Jerry Jones's bold move. The narrative is alive, fluid, and evolving by the hour, with every insider tip, cryptic tweet, and press comment adding fuel to the rumor mill. What is clear is that the Cowboys, a franchise already accustomed to the spotlight, are once again at the center of a storm where strategy, ego, and public perception collide in a drama as compelling as any game day showdown. The tension doesn't stop at the executive suite. It spreads throughout the locker room like wildfire, altering dynamics and testing allegiances among players and coaches alike. Reports indicate that defensive players, previously aligned with Eberflus's philosophy, are now grappling with uncertainty and questions about leadership, communication, and their roles within the team. Conversations in the hallways, locker room whispers, and subtle shifts in practice intensity all point to an organization recalibrating under pressure. Rumors abound that some players feel caught between loyalty to a respected coordinator and the undeniable authority of Jerry Jones, whose presence in every major decision is both reassuring and intimidating. Coaches, too, are navigating a minefield of expectations, balancing the need for discipline and innovation with the risk of further unrest. Observers note that such a high-profile firing at this juncture could be either a catalyst for renewed focus or the spark of deeper internal challenges, depending on how leadership manages communication, transparency, and the redistribution of responsibilities. The intrigue continues to build, with whispers of behind-the-scenes meetings, strategic recalibrations, and personnel adjustments, suggesting that the Cowboys' internal landscape may be as contested and unpredictable as any field battle, even beyond the Cowboys' immediate environment. The broader football community is abuzz with speculation. Analysts point out that Eberflus's abrupt exit may have implications for coaching reputations league-wide, signaling a climate where even established relationships cannot insulate assistants from organizational politics. Rumors are circulating about other franchises taking note, potentially altering the landscape of defensive coaching strategies and employment security across the league. Sports talk shows are dissecting every angle, from the philosophical clashes that may have prompted the firing to the potential ripple effects on player performance, trade rumors, and future staff compositions. Social media, as ever, magnifies every fragment of information, with fan communities sharing speculation, conjecture, and their own interpretations of cryptic statements from the Cowboys' hierarchy. In this environment, the line between fact and rumor blurs, creating a narrative that is as much about perception and emotion as it is about strategy and statistics. The drama unfolding in Dallas offers a case study in how internal conflict, personality, and authority converge to shape the storylines of professional sports in the digital age. Insiders hint that the decision may have involved not just tactical disagreements, but also interpersonal conflicts, subtle power struggles, and perhaps a sense of betrayal or misalignment that became impossible to reconcile. Conversations within the front office, according to sources, were tense and prolonged, with passionate debates over philosophy, loyalty, and long-term vision. The firing of a defensive coordinator with such a track record of accomplishment is rare, and the circumstances surrounding Eberflus's exit are drawing parallels to some of the most dramatic personnel decisions in NFL history. Analysts speculate on potential future moves, from shifts in assistant coaching roles to redefine leadership structures, all while monitoring player reactions and team morale. Social media posts and offhand remarks by commentators are fueling further conjecture, creating a feedback loop where rumor amplifies rumor, and every new tidbit is scrutinized for hidden meaning. The narrative is alive, evolving, and brimming with speculation, creating a compelling story that captures the attention of fans, insiders, and casual observers alike. Before we roll on, subscribe to Cowboys Wire News, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Your support keeps the Dallas Cowboys updates coming. Tell us what you think in the comments as discussions about replacements heat up. Questions arise about the defensive identity the Cowboys will adopt in Eberflus's absence. Will the team pivot to a new scheme entirely, or will interim leadership attempt to maintain continuity while asserting authority? Rumors suggest a mix of potential internal promotions and external candidates, each bringing different philosophies, histories, and potential challenges. The uncertainty is palpable, with insiders noting that the cohesion of the defensive unit could be tested as new leadership asserts its vision. Fans are polarized, with some calling for a swift, decisive hire, while others emphasize patience and strategic deliberation. This tension, combined with the ever-present media spotlight, creates an environment where every decision is analyzed for its immediate and long-term impact, and every rumor is magnified in the court of public opinion. The drama surrounding the Cowboys now extends far beyond the field, touching on questions of leadership, loyalty, and the delicate balance of power in one of professional sports' most high-profile franchises. Observers continue to speculate on Jerry Jones's next moves, aware that his reputation for decisiveness and emotional intensity means that further surprises may be imminent. Rumors of additional staff changes, subtle realignments in coaching responsibilities, and strategic recalibrations are circulating rapidly. Analysts point out that the Cowboys' public messaging, internal communications, and on-field adjustments will all be scrutinized in the coming weeks as the organization navigates the fallout from this unprecedented firing. The combination of fan anticipation, media speculation, and insider information creates a narrative that is constantly evolving, a story in which every action and reaction is magnified. While some see this as a necessary assertion of authority by a legendary owner, others view it as a potentially destabilizing decision with wide-reaching consequences. Either way, the Cowboys organization has become the epicenter of a story that blends strategy, personality, and rumor into a drama that captivates both casual fans and industry insiders alike. At the center of it all, the human element remains unmistakable. Matt Eberflus, a respected coach with a history of success and loyalty, now finds himself navigating the sudden uncertainty of his professional life, while Jerry Jones faces the challenge of asserting authority, maintaining team cohesion, and projecting confidence to fans and players alike. Rumors of private conversations, strategic disagreements, and intense debates paint a vivid picture of the complexity behind the headlines. The interplay of ego, ambition, loyalty, and vision creates a story as compelling as any on-field matchup. A reminder that professional sports are as much about the people who run the teams as they are about the athletes who play them. As the Cowboys continue to adjust to this dramatic shift, one thing is clear: the drama is far from over, and every move, every statement, and every rumor will be dissected in the relentless spotlight that surrounds one of football's most iconic franchises. That's a wrap. From Cowboys Wire News, for breaking Cowboys updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Tell us your take in the comments.